Breaking news just coming in. Abhishek Bachchan was recently summoned for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate. Summons to Aishwarya and Abhishek were issued under FEMA. The case is now being probed by SIT consisting of officers from ED, Income Tax and other agencies. That's the latest coming in. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan and Abhishek Bachchan now under the Enforcement Directorate net. We just broke the story a while back on how Aishwarya has also been summoned by the ED in connection with the Panama Papers. Abhishek Bachchan was recently summoned for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate. The summons have gone out to Aishwarya Rai Bachchan and Abhishek Bachchan. They were issued under FEMA, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act. The case is being probed by SIT consisting of officers from ED, Income Tax, other agencies as well. Manish is now joining us for the latest details. He's breaking all these development. He's getting us a blanket coverage on all the details. Manish, I'm throwing straight across to you. Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, there perhaps could be many more who could be summoned by the Enforcement Directorate.
Well, Chaitri, remember in 2016 when the Panama Paper Leaks case came into the light, then the entire Bachchan family was, under scanner of investigative agencies. As far as Amitabh Bachchan and Abhishek Bachchan are concerned, their names were also mentioned in the Panama Paper Leaks. And as far as Aishwarya Rai Bachchan is concerned, what sources have told India Today that in 2005, in May 2005, there was a company incorporated in British Virgin Islands in which Aishwarya Rai Bachchan was one of the directors with other family members of her. In June 2005, the same year, her directorship from the company was changed to shareholder, and after 3 years the company became inactive. But as the names were mentioned in the Panama Paper Leaks, there was an SIT formed by the government, and that SIT is probing the case. The latest development is that Aishwarya Rai Bachchan has been summoned to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. This is under FEMA Act. And as far as the summons are concerned, sources have told India Today that earlier also she was summoned twice to appear in physical for questioning in connection with this case, but she sought adjournment. The new dates of summons are yet to be confirmed by our sources within the Enforcement Directorate and other agencies. As far as Abhishek Bachchan is concerned, he was also summoned recently, and that is what we are gathering from our sources within the Enforcement Directorate. So, this entire case of Panama Paper Leaks, this is happening since 2017, but now the officers from the Enforcement Directorate, Income Tax Department and other agencies have started recording statements.
This is a big story and this is a big development that we're tracking, and throughout the day we'll be getting second-to-second updates. Munish Pandey with that big breaking news. Continue to be with us right there. After Jacqueline Fernandez and Nora Fateh, yet another Bollywood diva is now in ED crosshairs. Actor Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, the daughter-in-law of Amitabh Bachchan, has now been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. She has been asked to appear before the ED after she had sought adjournments on 2 occasions earlier. The plea of adjournment was made to the Special Investigation Team probing Panama Papers. Aishwarya Rai's husband, Abhishek Bachchan, was also recently summoned for questioning by the ED. Summons to Aishwarya and Abhishek were issued under FEMA. The case is being probed by SIT consisting of officers from the ED, the Income Tax, other agencies. The summons pertain to the Panama Papers 2016 expose in which unprecedented leak of 11.5 million files. The documents exposed how the rich exploit secretive offshore tax regimes. Other celebrities who were exposed in the Panama Papers include Aishwarya Rai's brother and parents, Amitabh Bachchan, and even Ajay Devgan. All right, Saurabh Bhaktania is joining us for the latest. Saurabh, when is this summons for? As far as Aishwarya Rai is concerned, get us the latest.
Well, Chati, so the ED officials were in the city of Mumbai today morning and they reached the house of Aishwarya Bachchan in the Juhu area where we are right now present, and they have given the summons to Aishwarya Bachchan. Now remember, this case dates back to 2005. There were total 4 companies of the shipping companies which are registered in the name of Bachchan family. The other people include are the family members of Aishwarya Bachchan. Now what happened is, after this company was made in 2005, suddenly after 3 years, that is in around 2008, this particular company was shut down. Now, when this paper leak incident happened in the year 2016, let me tell you, over 500 names of different celebrities and renowned profiles from India, their name came up in this particular matter. What the government had done at that particular time, that they formed an SIT. Now, this SIT includes IT, ED and other central agencies. So, what they started is doing that they started to call one by one people involved, name in this particular Panama paper leaks. And initially, Amitabh Bachchan's statement was recorded. Abhishek Bachchan was called in recently. Now Aishwarya Bachchan had sought an adjournment. Now what the ED officials are telling us that they want to record her statement immediately because they are now on a fast track mode investigating this particular case. So it will be very important to see whether she goes to ED office or not. Now it is also important to note that some of the cases was being investigated by the Mumbai ED. So it has to be noted that where Aishwarya Bachchan actually goes, if she is going to the ED official, whether she goes to Delhi office or Mumbai office, so this question still remains. But yes, once again, the SIT which was formed and now the ED is a part of this particular SIT who is investigating this particular case is on a fast track mode. They want to question Aishwarya Bachchan in this particular case because they suspect that yes, there was some sort of illegal transaction which happened, and due to the Panama paper leaks, and like you mentioned, there were millions of paper which were leaked during 2016, and it was a worldwide expose. Over 500 people.
Sort of also get us a little bit on Aishwarya Rai's brother and parents, Amitabh Bachchan, Ajay Devgan, all of those, and the alleged links as far as Panama Papers is concerned.
So, Cheti, what actually happened is there were, in terms of Bachchan family, if I tell you, the names were particularly of Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Bachchan and the family members of Aishwarya Bachchan. There are total 4 companies at British Virgin Island. Now, these companies, what were they? They were basically a shipping company. Now, what they say is that these were the offshore companies which were formed in the year 2005. Now, initially, Aishwarya Bachchan and other members were the directors, but suddenly they become shareholders. And what happened is, in just 3 years from the company which was established in the year 2005, in 2008, this particular company was shut down. The reason was not given properly at that time. Remember, when this particular paper leak happened in the year 2016, Amitabh Bachchan had issued a statement, not just Amitabh Bachchan, and Ajay Devgan too had issued a statement that no tax evasion was done by them. They had disclosed all their papers to the income tax department, but why their name is coming up in this particular Panama paper leak case is still a question mark. But yes, there were over 500 people named in this particular Panama paper leak case, after which the government of India formed an SIT. Who were the part of this SIT? IT department, ED and other central agency. They started their investigation immediately in 2017. Several of the celebrities who were questioned, they were put on summons. Now the case is again on a fast track mode. The officials are telling us that they were investigating because there are a lot of paperwork which had to be done. The paper leaks actually date back from 1975 to 2015. So there was a lot of paperwork and there are many people who are involved in this. So they were going step by step. And
I request you to stay on with us right there. I request you to stay on with us. Manish Pandey will also be getting us all the very latest details. He's breaking this big story this morning on India Today. But first, let's get you the expose, which is an unprecedented leak of the files from database of world's 4th biggest offshore law firm. It's an unprecedented leak of 11.5 million files, as you see on the screen. All these documents show how the rich exploit secretive offshore tax regimes, files from database of world's 4th biggest offshore law firm. And let's get you more on this, on how the documents show how the rich are exploiting the secretive offshore tax regimes around the world. Document exposed network of over 214,000 or 214,000 tax havens, people, entities from 200 different nations were exposed in the year 2016, if I could just jog your memory. Documents leaked anonymously to a German newspaper, remember, in 2016. The anonymous source from Panama leaked the papers. And this is all we know so far as the Panama expose is concerned. Munish is getting us up to speed with the very latest developments. Munish, I want to jog our viewers' memory to when the story broke in 2016 and created ripples around the world as far as India is concerned. Many politicians, many sports stars, many actors and several celebrities' names had also come into this. I believe the SIT is now being formed and many film stars have found themselves in the EDNet at the moment. If you could just walk our viewers through all the latest developments.
Yeah, well, Chaiti, as far as these Panama paper leaks were concerned, more than 400 Indians were named in that particular paper leak. And as far as the modus operandi was concerned, it was alleged that most of the politicians, celebrities, and rich people of this country, they incorporated companies registered in tax haven like British Virgin Island, and the modus was very simple. Incorporate a company, move the money from India, and then you can save tax. That was the modus operandi. But when the paper leaks came into light, then the government formed an SIT, and the same SIT has been formed in the case of Paradise and the recent one, Pandora paper leaks case. But in case of Panama, there were celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Ajay Devgan. Now, as far as the Bachchan family is concerned, as Saurabh was also pointing out, in case of Bachchan family, there are at least 3 to 4 companies. And as far as Aishwarya Rai is concerned, it is one company that is registered in British Virgin Island. The company was incorporated with a share capital of over $50,000 US. And I beg your pardon. At that point of time, the company was incorporated in May 2005. Then Aishwarya Rai, her father, mother, they were the directors of the company, including the brother. But after 3 months, Aishwarya Rai's status was changed to shareholder. Because there was a financial transaction involving an Indian, the companies came under scanner of probe agency. And since 2017, there has been a continuous probe by an SIT, which is being which was found by the government. It also includes officers from Enforcement Directorate and Income Tax Department. And ED has the power to summon a person for any investigation. That is why these summons have been issued under FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, Section 37. As far as this entire...
All right, Monisha, apologize about that interruption. This is a big story and developments are going to be tracked by us rather very closely.